In this video, we'll be talking about the how-tos of reference pages when applying to jobs. This video will take you through how to format a reference page, as well as some common questions hiring managers typically ask during reference checks. So, you've applied for a job. You got the interview. And it went well. The hiring manager is ready to take that next step and give your references a call. This is a really good sign as it means they're interested in offering you the job. For this reason, it's always a good idea to have your references printed out and on hand to give to the hiring managers at the end of an interview. Some things to keep in mind when creating a reference page are: number one, before you put someone down as a reference, you always want to ask if they're okay with it. It should be someone that knows you well and will have good things to say about you, preferably someone who has worked with you in a professional work setting. However, if this is the first job you applied for or you haven't had a lot of work experience yet, think about places you have volunteered at or any coaches, school counselors, or teachers that know you well. Placing family members down as references isn't always recommended unless they have worked with you in a professional work setting where you needed to demonstrate skills like communication, teamwork, things like that. Number two, if you are able to, include at least 3 professional work references on your reference page. This way, companies can compare the consistency of each answer they receive. It helps companies gain a better understanding of your personality, your work skills, and your qualifications for the job. These are really the main goals of reference calls, so employers can make sure that you will be a good fit for their company. Number 3, it's always a good idea to also let your references know the type of job you've applied for and the responsibilities it might involve. This will give your references time to prepare some good answers and examples of your work strengths. Some of the typical questions of a reference call can include: tell me about how you and the candidate work together. What makes the candidate a good fit for our company? What do you see as some of the candidate's greatest strengths? Are there any areas of improvements you would have liked to see the candidate develop in? How is the candidate's teamwork and communication skills? Did the candidate get along with their coworkers and management team? Can you provide examples? Why did the candidate leave your company? If you had the opportunity, would you rehire this job candidate? And is there anything else you would like to add about the candidate that would be beneficial for this role? Now let's talk about the how-tos of formatting your reference page. Creating a reference page is pretty straightforward. At the top of your reference page, try to keep the same style of heading as in your resume and cover letter. This is the part that has your name and contact information, such as address, phone number, and email address. This is just in case your reference page gets separated from your resume and cover letter. Below your contact information, type in references. This title can either be in the center of your page or to the left of the page. It's totally up to you and how you want to format it, but typically it's recommended to stay with the same formatting as your resume. For instance, if you have all your headings in your resume left aligned, you want to keep your references title left aligned, like shown in this example. Below the reference title, you want to start listing your references, and with a space added between each reference. Start with the name of the person, company they work for, position title, phone number, email address, and their relationship to you. Were they your manager, supervisor, coach, school teacher? After listing a few more references, that's it. Good luck in your job search.